we got another official character guide for Marvel Tōkon, and now it is a Storm. And I'm actually very excited to break down Storm because she's one of the most interesting characters in the game in terms of moveset and gameplay design. So let's talk about her, and what exactly is she gonna play like. So the colors first, they look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This green one looks amazing. The black and white, very classic, always works, especially with a character that has this visual design because Storm has one of the coolest visual designs in the game. And then this is kind of like an X-Men outfit, right? Like a classic X-Men outfit because of the colors. I hope that the other characters in the team get it as well. It looks really, really nice. So pretty good colors, probably some of the best ones until now. And again, like Storm has one of the best visual designs in this game. Like she looks incredible. Okay, so the light normals. Okay, we have the first thing to talk about actually. Because if we take a look at this normal right here, this crouchy light doesn't look like a low, okay? That kind of looks like a mid. And in games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example, it was very valuable to have a crouching light attack that was a real low for mix-up, to open people up. And this doesn't look like an actual low. So it might be, something weaker about the character that she doesn't have a crouchy light that is a real low. It kind of looks like a mid. We have to wait and play the game to know. But it doesn't look like an actual low. Then the mediums, nothing too crazy. I think that Iron Man, for example, and Doctor Doom had better medium normals. But this attack, this kick has pretty good range. It is kind of big, but she doesn't move forward that much. Then this one looks pretty standard. And then just an air-to-air. That's a good normal right there. Yep, that's the best normal that a Storm has. This is stand heavy. It has tons of range, a super big hitbox. You're going to use this as stand heavy with Storm a ton. It's probably the best normal attack that the character has. And then what else? Down heavy looks pretty good. Kind of like standard as well. Heavy in the air. Ooh, wait. So she has stand heavy in the air as well, technically. But it's forward heavy when you're jumping. Okay. This normal also looks really good. Like super big hitbox, right? She moves forward. It's probably a pretty good kind of like air to contest attacks when you're actually fighting while jumping. And also maybe to do jump-ins in like longer ranges. This normal looks really, really strong. Then another standard normal. Then it's just the auto combos, right? All the characters have this auto combos with light, medium, and heavy. And they lead to different routes. Very, very kind of like, common for all the characters. And then the unique Tempest. So Storm has kind of like a unique resource, right? And she can use Tempest for different things. Like she can dash because of Tempest like we're seeing right now. I think that she can also buff like some of her moves, if I'm not mistaken. She can make like her normals bigger or stuff like that. It should be, yeah, there you go. So essentially what you can do with this character is that you can press Tempest, like the unique, and then also press, for example, a normal, right? And then the normal before had this range, kind of like a mid-range attack, right? But it's not super crazy in terms of range. But if you do Tempest and the normal, it actually becomes almost like a neutral skip. The normal is more than a mid-range attack. Like this is a lot of range. Look. She's very far away and she hits Spider-Man like without much trouble. It's not like she's hitting Spider-Man with the tip of the normal. So using Tempest, which is the unique, plus kind of like your big normals, is probably going to be a very strong way to play neutral. And then the other thing before we move on is that she has unique movement because of Tempest. And that is not something, to ignore. Like having unique movement options, especially in attack fighting game, is really strong. She has a forward dash, a backwards dash, then she can go quick to the ground with Tempest. So do not sleep on that as well because it can actually be pretty good. Then we move into free flight, so she can fly as well. I don't remember if in the betas, people that were playing Storm were actually flying. So I don't know if this is new, but of course, more unrestricted, movement, being able to fly. It's always super strong. And she does flight into Tempest as well. So that means that she essentially has an opportunity to just fly full screen. If she has the meter for Tempest to do it, she can do, for example, similar to Iron Man, she can call an assist that is like a beam or that covers the screen. And then she does flight into Tempest and just dash in your face and run her offense. Then we have a lightning strike. This looks mostly like a combo fodder move. You're going to use it for your combo routing, right? Maybe for pressure and block strings, but unless you have a version that is plus on block, which they are not showing until now, So yeah, I think that Lightning Strike, you're probably gonna use this move mostly to just run your combos. And then if you have Tempest, right, you can make it longer range. So it kind of transforms into a neutral skip. She just, you know, goes to your face with the Lightning Strike already activated if you press Tempest and also do the move. So it is mostly kind of like for combos and maybe for some neutral skipping. Then what? Cold Embrace. She has a command grab? I don't remember that Storm had a command grab. Again, maybe people just didn't use it almost at all. Okay, so... And you can do Tempest into command grab. That looks really cool. So you can essentially kind of like, you know, cut people off. If they're just being really passive, you can do full screen command grab. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty stupid. But it's probably gonna be very good. Oh wait, that looks... Oh, wait a second. That looks like a combo starter. Like, he goes really far away. That could cause a wall splat. Yeah. Because it says the Tempest gauge replenishes on hit. Then Tempest can also alter the direction the opponent is sent flying after the throw. And it says that both the light and heavy versions are heavily affected by Tempest. So essentially, I think what this means is that if you do the command grab and then cash out on Tempest, it becomes a combo starter. Yep. So it's not that you use Tempest to move and then command grab. It's like, it looks like she's doing command grab and then pressing something to cash out on Tempest, and it transforms into an actual combo starter. This is going to be really strong. This might be one of the strongest things about this character. The fact that you can just transform your command grab into an actual launcher if you have the resource in Tempest to do so, which you're probably going to have almost every single fight. Yeah, and it causes a wall splat. That seems really strong. It could be really, really good. So the command grab is going to be a good tool. Then Whirlwind, this is also kind of like a combo fodder move. I don't know for what else, maybe also for neutral skipping, since you can probably do Tempest and Whirlwind, just like with the Lightning Strike. And then the X version is the combo, kind of like extension, right? Yeah, there you go. She does so many hits and then into a ground bounce. So you're going to probably use the Whirlwind mostly for combo routing. Like, look at the xmen. It's so many hits and then Ghost Rider flipping so you can do your combo. It's mostly going to be for combo routing. Then it's just another auto combo, I think. Another skill, Tornado. Okay, so this is kind of like a projectile, right? But if you look at it, it is not that projectile that travels like on a horizontal range that covers the entire screen. It's like she summons a tornado and it stays in place and moves a little bit. So this could be really strong actually for set play. Kind of like, you know, to run your offense. Like after a knockdown, you get a combo, right? And people are waking up. And after the wake up, you put the tornado down. So they wake up and they have the tornado on their face. So if they try to do anything, like if they do a super or a reversal style move, then they're just gonna get hit by the tornado. So it could be a really good set play tool. You're also gonna use it for neutral because she has different versions that cover the screen, but it's not like, you know, like an Iron Man chest beam or like Doom doing his laser. Like those are more obvious zoning tools. This looks like a more nuanced move than just for zoning. But you can use Tempest to actually throw it into the opponent. So, and even to anti-air, okay. Looks so strong, but a bit more nuanced as a zoning tool than just a regular full screen projectile. And then Hailstone. This is even more set play heavy. It looks even more set play heavy because she just puts something on the screen and it stays on place. It probably explodes when it hits you, right? And if you block it, she's plus. So, and she can also move it with Tempest. Yeah. This is gonna be the bread and butter of your offense probably if you want to play Storm. Either putting the tornado or putting Hailstone down, and then people are stuck in place having to deal with this set play of you putting the projectile while they're waking up. And it has a lot of angles, so it can maybe cover people tech with a jump or whatever. So yeah, Hailstone is gonna be your bread and butter for set play and to run your offense when people are waking up, 100%. You can also use it for zoning, of course, but it is not the best projectile. Just take a look at the interactions. Like, you see a Storm, she puts the Hailstone, she calls it down, then throws it. Like, there's a lot of actions to make it a projectile in neutral. That's way too much time. Like on all that time that Storm is putting down Hailstone right in the air. Like she puts it down, then calls it down again. In all that time, Iron Man already threw like 2 chest beams, you know? So it's not gonna be the best zoning tool. It is, again, mostly probably for set play. And like, even if you don't have a projectile to contest Hailstone like this, you can just jump in on Storm. Like, she puts the Hailstone down. She wants to, you know, move it with the Tempest. You can just, as Ghost Rider, just jump on her face and go over the projectile. So it is not going to be the best zoning tool, but it works for combos. Okay, so that means that, you know, Hailstone is probably just a set play machine style move. You're going to put it on every knockdown, and then boom. If people get hit by it, you get a full combo route because they're stuck in place with the ice. Then the assist, just the projectile tornado, then the whirlwind anti-air, and then the mid-range or like long-range tornado. Okay, so she doesn't have, like, her assists don't look that good. I'm not gonna lie. If we compare it with, for example, what Iron Man and Doctor Doom were doing for their assists, I don't think Storm has the best assists. It's not like they're bad or anything like that, like awful, no, but they look weaker than just having Iron Man throwing, you know, chest beam or like the charge missiles. So it's probably gonna be a bit worse than other characters. But like, I do think that if you want to play Storm, you're gonna use her as your point. This looks like a character that you are going to try to master. Like, she doesn't seem that simple to play. So if you really want to play Storm, you're highly likely going to just run her as your playable character, at least if you want to play the game like a 1v1. This is very interesting as well, because this super, right, there is a version in which she puts down a whirlwind, and then she does the super, and it covers the entire screen. But the question that I have in my mind is, like, if a Storm does this, right, and she actually is using the double tornado version, that is kind of like a buff version of level 1 like this, is this safe on block? Like, if a Storm does this full screen, can you actually block it and then just run to her face and punish it? Or can she do this like a free, you know, zoning tool? Kind of like similar to a Marvel vs. Capcom Storm Super. Can she actually do that or not? Because if she can put this double tornado super down and it's free zoning and you can't punish it, it's actually really strong. Really, really good. Then just medium auto combo into level 1 super. Yep. Very standard. And then we have the level 3. The level 3 probably has some connection with her Tempest mechanic. 100%. Like, a lot of characters in the game have level 3 buffs. So, yeah. Okay, so if you do level 3 or the 100-meter super, it gives her Tempest regeneration. So that means that Storm is highly likely going to be, again, a character that you want to pilot as your point character and use it most of the fight if you like her. And then on top of that, she's probably going to be a very good kind of like combat character, because she can use all the Tempest to run pressure and do damage and combos and whatever. And then you cash out with a level 3 super by the end of the combo, and you start getting this back. And you get your offensive, you know, kind of like extra buffs again. So Storm might be quite good for comebacks, since she has so many resources to use to make her moveset better. And then more auto combos into level 3, yep. Just pretty standard stuff. And then the combos. Okay, let's see. Ooh, there's already something interesting there. Wait, let's take a look at it. So the first combo is already very interesting, because she does a very kind of like, you know, standard combo routing. She does a stand crouching medium, sorry, into stand heavy. Then she jumps into jumping medium, jumping heavy, but she does jumping heavy and Tempest at the same time. And what that causes is that after the heavy, you know, Captain America is in a lot of head stun, but because she did jump heavy into Tempest, she goes down to the ground much quicker, and then she can do another stand medium, stand heavy, and extend the combo. Then by the end, she does the whirlwind, and it kind of looks like you can continue, because she's, Captain America is ground bouncing. It looks like he is actually still on a juggle state. Yeah, I think that maybe you can keep the combo going there. Oh wait, what was that? That's an even more obvious extension with the EX whirlwind. Okay, wait, let's take a look at that again. So she does, again, a very standard string. She does stand medium, stand heavy, into lightning strike, I think it was called. But instead of keeping the combo by herself, she calls danger to keep Captain America on hit stun, so that she has time to call the EX fireballs or EX tornadoes, and that allows her to use Tempest to dash full screen and move the tornadoes so that they hit Cap, and then she does jump heavy in the air into EX Whirlwind, which causes a big ground bounce, and then she keeps the combo with the normals, right? Just normals into a special move, into a super, very standard. So very interesting that you can do stuff like that and essentially kind of like, you know, set yourself up for longer combos with assists. Oh, wow. That also looked crazy. Okay, wait, that's level 3? Yeah, let's take a look at that as well. So she does a stand medium, stand heavy into EX Lightning, and this gives you an opportunity to extend the combo by yourself, right? Because it's an EX move. Then she does down heavy to launch, and after the down heavy is jump into special move, no normals, jump into the ice attack that she has, right? EX version, and it causes a lot of hit stun, so she can just move the ice by kind of like activating Tempest, right? She activates Tempest so that the ice moves one way to the other, calls magic with the assist so that she, I think that's Magic's unique assist, I'm not sure. But it does look like it has a lot of hit stun, so Cap gets hit by the triple ice attack because Storm is using Tempest to move the ice, and then the magic assist actually allows the Storm to jump and extend the combo. And then she just does, you know, simple stuff like normals into a level 3 super. And this would give you your Tempest regeneration mechanic. So you use all the Tempest to move the ice, but you get it back after doing the level 3. That looks like a very kind of like the regular combo, similar to what we've been seeing before. And then the Tōkon Assemble Super. Have we actually seen Storms assemble Super before? Like fully? Ooh. Oh, it looks really nice. I like the effects on like the lightning ice mix. Okay, I love it. It looks really cool. Okay, the Storm is looking clean, but she does look a bit hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is the type of character that is gonna be maybe a struggle to start to learn at the start, because she does seem a bit harder than everybody else. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or you want to see more breakdowns like this for Marvel Tōkon and other content for the game, and see you on the next one. Take care.